If you feel alone, Christmas can be tricky. And our local heroes needed a giant sack full of fixing.
It's great to meet you.
Well, thank you very much indeed. And I hope you enjoyed our little film.
I really did. It was really wonderful. I watched it a couple days ago and it made me cry. So I enjoyed it, I would say. In a good way.
Yeah, okay. Well, exactly. I hope you got some laughs and some tears. That seems to be the mixture.
Yes. Yeah, I thought it was really delightful. And it got me thinking because at this point you've helped create so many iconic Christmas movies. And I'm really curious what it is about that time of the year as a setting that just sort of keeps drawing you back from a creative standpoint.
Well, actually, when I did Love Actually, I think the reason I chose Christmas was just kind of the deadline. That you do feel, if I'm going to go out with someone, I better tell them before Christmas, or I better get so. But what I love about Christmas in this film is the sense that it is the time, the biggest time for family and community. It is the time that you kind of take stock. Are you a happy family? Are you living in a happy community? How do the bits fit together? And I've always felt that in our lives, it's the time the family gets together. So I think that's what interests me about Christmas now, is what state is your family in? And are you going to get through it with happiness or complications? So that's what I love about it. And then, as I get older, I'm more and more interested in just how my kids are, how the people I love are, and how the people I live near are getting on.
And the cast of this movie is really incredible as well. I hadn't read through the whole list as I was watching, and I kept hearing voices and being like, oh my gosh, they're in this too? That's wild. And were you there for a lot of the recording process at all as a producer?
Yeah, I was. The great thing about an animation is that everybody doesn't have to be free on February the 6th. To March the 18th, you know what I mean? So that you can actually get people. And Rhys Darby, I think, who plays the funniest, stupidest character, I think he did most of his recordings from New Zealand. He didn't even come to us. And Brian Cox, who plays Father Christmas, was really busy in the sort of height of Succession. So he came before he filmed it and after he filmed it and all of that. So yeah, I was often there and then sometimes not there because the movie's directed by this wonderful man called Simon Otto. But what's so great when you are there is how the actors commit to it, even though they're not in costume and they're not in a sleigh or in a lighthouse or in a storm, and yet you can see their bodies moving and them getting involved and imagining the situation. It's a joyful thing and much less tense than a film set.
Are there any moments from recording that particularly stand out to you for any reason?
It's mainly I just remember Bill Nighy, who's a friend of mine, he came in to do one recording where he had no words at all, where the entire thing was pull this heavy lever, open this heavy door, pant as you're going upstairs, and just the idea that he turned up for a whole hour and never said a word. And yet he quite liked it. He said it was one of the most satisfying bits of his acting career.
Well, that's delightful. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day and junket.
Well, have a great Christmas, you too.
Thank you. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Get ready for that Christmas.
Who are you talking to? You talking to yourself again, Sans?